This video is about where to travel in Asia in 2019. Asia, the world's largest and most populous continent. Those who have been there know of its insane beauty, ancient cultures, absolutely manic cities, and sometimes strange traditions. Those who haven't been there, well, you're just missing out. G'day there my YouTube friends, my name is Nick Carbo and I'm a professional adventure hunter from Australia. As you can probably tell by the old adventure hat right here. Recently I've just been on 9 temple and noodle filled weeks in Asia with my mate Hamish and my girlfriend Maddie. After spending 9 weeks there I found some pretty ridiculous places and I picked up a few tips along the way that might help you with your future travel plans. So that's why I really wanted to make this video. So today I'm going to show you 5 of my top must go to destinations. The last one is definitely my favorite, so I'd stick around till the end. Ready to get into it? Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here's my 5th top pick that you have to go to in Asia in 2019 before everyone else ruins it like they usually do. Malaysia is one of those places I think a lot of people seem to think of just as a stopover destination in Kuala Lumpur. But spend a couple of days here and you actually be pleasantly surprised at how much there is to see and do. One of the must-dos in Malaysia is Georgetown, also known as Penang. Georgetown's one of those stuck-in-time kind of cities with everything from old-school Malaysian fishing villages to some beautiful national park regions. First off, you gotta start in the old town, checking out the amazing street art and getting a feel for the old architecture and history that have been around for 500 plus years. Next up, go and hire a boat and go and check out nearby Penang National Park. We went to a place called Monkey Beach and you can see why. Make sure to hold on to your belongings here because these guys might look cute but really they're little thieves. As you can see, I almost lost all of my GoPro gear from these mischievous devils and I was that close to losing my passport. It was kind of scary. If you are a bit squeamish, I would skip over the next couple of seconds.
Hey, look here! So many snakes on me. How's your bloody Sunday going?
Welcome to the Snake Temple of Penang. Yes, that's right, a snake temple. Apparently the story of this temple is that one of the monks who built it allowed the snakes to stay over the night. But when the monk died, the snakes made the temple their own little bachelor pad, filled with their own personal spa and trees and everything. And now they're still here today. How's that for some bad roommates? Bet they don't even pay rent, greedy buggers. In the temple you can see snakes in trees, snakes in the prayer room, but don't forget to go out the back and you can see the collection of snakes that the temple looks after. You can even get in the room with a king cobra. I kind of regret doing this one now as I look back at it and look how close I got. It was kind of stupid.
Oh, who's that handsome fella?
So that's me. I'm here. That's me.
I was talking about the snake.
That's Bill. And that's Stanley.
Nice, man.
Yeah, that's our gang.
And that's the first destination you gotta go to in a nutshell. Number 4 on the list is a place that rhymes with submarines. Yep. It's the Philippines. Where do I come up with these things? Carmoan is not the first place you think of when you go to the Philippines, but it really should be. Apparently Carmoan became famous when they filmed Survivor here, but its fame must have been hushed up by the producers because still not many people know about it. The town of Carmoan is a sleepy fishing village, which is a heck of a journey to get to. But if you can get there, it will all be worth it. Carmoan is home to the Carmoan National Park, with all the limestone cliffs, tiny islands and boat trips that make the Philippines famous, but with hardly anyone there. Buy a packed lunch from the local restaurant, hire a boat for about $25 a day, and your guide will take you to a huge array of amazing sandbars and islands. Ask if you can stop at Menlawi sandbar huts for lunch, and have lunch on huts that literally float. After lunch, get taken to a more deserted island, and you could even pretend that you were on Survivor yourself. My girlfriend Maddie never made it back from that Survivor experience. Rest in peace. Kidding, she's all G. Don't worry, still going strong. My last tip would be at night to go and find a karaoke hut and do karaoke with the locals. They literally do it every night and it's actually hilarious. Now, the third place you have to go to in Asia in 2019 is a technological and cultural haven. I'm talking K-pop, I'm talking trick art museums, I'm talking random dance groups, and that place is Seoul Korea. The first place you have to go to is the Yongma Abandoned Theme Park. This place is all shades of creepy, but at the same time, the best time you can have in a theme park. Yongma Land was abandoned back in the noughties, and when I mean abandoned, I mean they literally just left everything there. Now a nice little Korean man owns it, unless people like us come in and play to their heart's contents. Just watch out for the aliens. The next place you have to go to for a truly unique Korean experience is the Meerkat Cafe. Now when I say Meerkat Cafe, I mean literally a cafe with meerkats in them. When it's your turn, they let you go in the pen with them, where they instantly try and start burrowing into your pockets, as that's what they love to do apparently. And if you're lucky, one of them might even fall asleep on your lap. These strange cafes are definitely something to check out if you're into adorable things as well as coffee. And well, who isn't? The last place I thoroughly recommend you check out in Seoul, with a bit of fun for the whole fam, is the Trick Eye and Ice Museum. Whilst it sounds pretty lame compared to some of the other places we've been to so far, it was actually a bit of a laugh. It even has a full ice slide inside, which I've never really seen before, and it was quite a bit of fun. My number 2 place that you have to visit in Asia in 2019 is definitely one of my favourite countries I've ever been to. And this place is Vietnam. If you find yourself only a few days in Vietnam like us, I would recommend you base yourself in Hoi An and do day trips out of the ancient city. First off, I'll get yourself a banh mi, which is one of those delicious and cheap sandwiches. Grab yourself a buddy and a friendly driver and set sail down the Thu Bon River at sunset with a majestic backing track. Ah, the serenity. Next, for a bit more action, hire yourself a scooter from any range of lovely Hoi An people around.
What up?
And prepare to burn some rubber down the highways and take the 2-hour scenic drive to My Son Ruins. I know I don't mean my son made the ruins because I don't have a son that I know of, but it's actually the name of the place. Here you will find a bunch of abandoned Hindu ruins, a lot of dragonflies, and a sense of tranquility as you walk through rainforests and explore the temples.
It's a good video.
Also, I just want to reiterate how good the drive back is on the scooters. If you're comfortable driving a scooter, you gotta do it. It's magical driving through the rice paddies. For my last spot that you have to check out for Vietnam in 2019 is a place that I completely stumbled upon. We had no idea it existed. We were just riding our scooters and found it, so pay close attention because you won't find this anywhere else. I'm not actually sure what it's called, but it's some of the nicest untouched palm tree surrounded beaches close to Da Nang City in Hoi An. Basically, here's what you gotta do. First of all, hire a scooter and get to Da Nang Bay from Hoi An, which is about a 1 hour on a bike.
Don't Instagram and drive, kids.
Next, keep driving north along Da Nang Bay with the water on your right side. Then just keep on following this road as far as you can around the headland, and you end up in a place called Bay Ham. I think that's what it says in Google Maps anyway. You'll know you have arrived when you see a deserted beach and a bunch of little basket boats moored there. And the last step is, enjoy it. But watch out for the locals who may be partying and having a little doof out there. Could be a little loud. That's it for Vietnam. But now onto my number 1 and absolute favourite spot in Asia that you have to visit in 2019. China. At first when I thought of China, I only thought of busy cities and maybe the Great Wall as well. But my friend Hamish and I did some digging And turns out there are so many hidden gems I couldn't even include them all in this video. But every spot I'm about to show you was a hidden gem. I'd never seen any of these places on Instagram and were very hard to find online. But here we go, let's get into it. The Rainbow Mountains of China was simply one of my favourite places to see on this entire earth. It's not just something you have to see this year, but something you need to put on your bucket list for life. Located in the Sichuan province of China, the closest city is Jiangyi, but a short drive out of the hustle and bustle of the city is some of the craziest landscapes I've ever seen. The Rainbow Mountains are what I imagine the Peruvian Rainbow Mountains to look like, but heaps bigger and a lot more of them. There's literally hectares of these things, and you can go and walk around viewing platforms to see them from all different angles. Although in winter I must mention it does get down to about minus 20 degrees, but it's still so worth it to see this absolute marvel. After the Rainbow Mountains you think it literally can't get any better, but then it just does. The Jiangyi and Dangxia National Geopark is home to some of the craziest rock formations on this planet, and are some of the craziest paid hiking I have ever done. And my last but not least secret spot in Jiangyi is the Maki Temple. Once again, I'm not 100% sure where this is and how to get there, as we were using a guide who took us on some rocky roads, but on Google it's somewhere near Matixiang. We thought this would be a normal average run-of-the-mill temple because we'd never even heard of it, but once we arrived we were met with a temple gate which would rival any in the world, which naturally Hamish and I had to slide under.
Hey, slide into your DM.
Once we were finished sliding, we finally got a glimpse of the temple, and boy oh boy did we hit the jackpot. A temple built into a side of a cliff to explore, snow-peaked mountains, sunlit pagodas. It was every cultural traveller's dream. And that's just about it for China, but I'm hoping to go there again one day. So, massive congratulations, you made it to the end of this video. That's pretty good, it's pretty long. But hopefully now you know where to go in Asia in 2019, especially if you like going to places where not many people have been before and you can see some incredible landscapes. So what I really want to know now is, where do you want to go the most and why? Leave a comment below and tell me, and I'll be really interested to find out. Also, leave a comment below if you have any specific questions about any of the places that you've seen today, because I probably know the answer, having been there. And if you do end up going to any of these places, or you have been to any of these places, leave a comment and tell people just how sick and freaking awesome it was, because I want to show more people these places. So I'd also like to know, this is my first ever YouTube travel guide video. So I'd love some feedback. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. There's also going to be a bunch more videos coming, so annihilate that subscribe button, because I'm going to release a video on every single destination that I actually listed in this video, and I'll be giving you a bunch more information on what to do, how to do it, and how to get the most out of your travel experience in Asia. Also, make sure to follow us up on Instagram at NickLoveAndAdventures. I've got a bunch more travel planned this year, and I actually do a blog post on every single one of my images to show you where to go, how much it costs, what to do, and the best things about the destination that I visited. Also, don't be afraid to share this with a friend. If you see somewhere that you really want to go, grab someone, share it to them, and show them just how crazy and awesome it could be. So thank you guys so much for watching right to the end. I really appreciate it, and stay tuned for what's to come in the future. Cheers. Adios.
Yeehaw! It's pretty cold up here.
I think you should get down.
It's pretty cold.